I'm going to show you some variations to the active level side plank, both at 45 degrees and 90. So let me start with the 90 degrees because that allows me to keep talking to you straight on at the camera. Your elbow, you want to make sure is tucked in slightly from the shoulder. So it's going to feel a little bit awkward. It's going to feel like it's a little bit tight in. But that's going to allow you to have your humerus straight in a vertical position once you lift up. So see, as I drop back, the elbow's in a little bit closer to the body, but as I lift up, it's sitting just directly underneath. And that's going to be the most comfortable for the shoulder joint. Now, in the book, it shows the thigh being straight in line with the body. But if you attempt this and you're going, well, that intensity is a little higher than I hoped for, but you don't feel like going back to the active level 4, you can bring your bottom knee forward slightly, 20, 30 degrees. And by doing so, that's going to reduce the intensity of this side plank. The other thing you can play with is the distance that your hip is lifted off from the ground. So lifting off just a little bit is going to be less intense than if you lift off and create that straight line into the side plank. Another variation that you can do is, as opposed to holding the plank for the entire 20 seconds or time that you've built up for, you can lift and lower during that time. So as I mentioned in the beginner, you want to be not just resting on the floor, but rather pressing into the floor. So let's press into the floor so that you're engaging all the muscles around the shoulders to support you. And if you're going to come up, you can take this hand to give yourself a little more support at the shoulder, if that's helpful. Your head's in a neutral position, and if that's feeling too intense, just drop down and pull back up again, and drop down and pull back up, which allows you a variation within the active level side plank 90 degrees. We can take the same concepts into the 45. So again, either my leg's going to be straight with my body when I turn onto a 45 degrees, or I'm going to allow myself to have a little bit more flexion at the hip. So this little bit more flexion is going to make the intensity much less for the abdominal wall. So here's the 45, and again, I'm pressing in, engaging the musculature around the shoulder girdle. If I need more support, I can bring it up through here. And so hopefully that gives you some ideas for positioning yourself and modifying the side planks, both at 90 and 45, to work best for you.